Hi, Gordon from Clipper Service here in Sweden. This video is going to be about how to fix your wheel motors. In this case, this is a Honda 3000. It's from 2020, so it's 5 years old. And it's already been changed motors in it one time, or it's remanufactured motors. So I looked at this a while ago because I thought that this motor was really, or the other one, I really don't know, it was really a lot of play forward and backwards on it, like this. So I thought I will help my neighbor, and maybe I can fix some parts for it at the same time. So I greased that one up, and didn't really last that long because it was already pretty worn. So maybe it's maybe it made it worse with this grease solution. But I didn't have any gears. But now I have made the gears for it. So now I have everything that is needed, and I also have some things that Honda doesn't have, because I have gear sets for both middle and outer gears in the motors, but that's not available from Honda. And I think in these machines it's needed, on these big machines especially, because this has proven it for me that it wears out. I don't have any good statistics on it because I don't really know so many people about that have Hondas, but this is the 3000. Check out the play here. And this is an old scrapped 300 machine I have. You can see this, how much play this is. And this, it's a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit less, but it's very much less. So this tells me that this is very worn and this is fresh. So the difference on the smaller machines and the bigger machines is the motors are pretty much identical, but the gearboxes has different gears in them. So they're not 100% like, but they are really similar. Little bit bigger gears in the 3000 model. So yeah. So this must be fixed. My neighbor thought it wasn't so necessary right now, but many people ask about, do you have a video how to do the Honda machines? Oh, sorry, I don't have it, I have to say, but now it's time. Now I stole the machine from my neighbor, and now I'm going to do it with the new parts I have. I have a kit here with all the new gears that's needed. All besides the plastic gears. I replace the middle gears that's in plastic with these metal gears instead. It's the same solution that Husqvarna and Gardena and all other manufacturers have. You normally never use plastic gears in the middle of the gearbox because it wears out. Of course, maybe it's a little bit quieter, but I've heard one customer said that it's actually not louder than before, maybe even better sounding. So I think it's a good thing. So now let's start to do this work. We start with this one that is a little wobbly, and you can also see here that it has some side play. So I guess the bearings are not that fresh. So in my opinion, I only sell the kits with the wheel bearing and the seal. Then you know you have a good bearing. It's no idea to only buy the gears, because then maybe half year later, 1 year later, you have bearing failure. Then you have to do it all again, and it's a little bit process to open these machines. So I think it's much better do everything at once. That's my advice. So I only sell with the bearings. Yes. Now we try to do this, and it's normal 10 millimeter nut here. Pretty simple. I will take out the wheel. Yes. Here is a lot of grass debris on the shaft. You can see the 4 screws that holds the motor. Here's a lot of hair also, I see, and grease. I feel it's a little bit greasy. So, a lot. And it's really easy gearboxes to take away. The main thing is the hardest thing is to take away the cover of the machine, but this is pretty easy. And it's really easy to open the motors. It's only 2 screws. Högkvalitativa and Gardena is much worse. You have to have a special technique to open it, otherwise you will damage the heads on the screws. But here it's much more easy. And inside the plastic here, it's hard to see here, but here is a seal. Inside here it's like an O-ring in a track in here. So when you put the motor back, be sure that this is clean, so it doesn't leak water. So now the motor is out. I don't really know if this is the one that I opened before, but if it's a red grease inside, I am pretty sure it is. Here you have 2 screws, and that holds the whole motor together. So it's pretty easy. Take away these 2 screws, and you can take all gears away. But first we clean this. There's a lot of hair, and of course if hair goes into the seal, then you let water inside the bearings, and the bearings go bad. And now this is the locking metal piece for the wheel. It was coming apart by itself, so I put it away. We have to have it. So here's how it looks. Now it's time to rebuild this Honda Miimo 3000 motor. This I'm pretty sure is repaired once before. We have Honda dealer here that has some own stuff for it, but it works, but it's not in good shape. I suspect they only changed the plastic gears in them so that it will work a while more. But the real thing to do is to change the middle gears in the middle of the gearbox to metal gears instead. All other motor suppliers do the same with the metal gears, but only Honda have chosen to have this plastic in the middle. I guess it's to limit the life of the motor, so you have to buy a new motor in some 1,000 hours. So, but we will get this in shape again. I have made kits with wheel bearings with metal gears, both here on the outer part of the gearbox and the center gear of the gearbox. And on the motor side here, nearest motor, it's still plastic that we don't change, because plastic is needed for the high RPM on the motor side. So this is really high quality gears. It couldn't be compared with the standard gears you buy, or the gears that is in the gearboxes from the beginning. They are powder metal, sintered powder metal gears, so it's really not that durable. But this is CNC machine from a bar of metal, so and hardened steel. It's the best steel you can buy. Yes, so let's go into this. This has a lot of play in the wheel, and I can also feel that it's a little bit wiggly in the bearings, so it's time to change both gears and wheel bearings. Yes, then we start. To open these gearboxes, it's really simple compared to Husqvarna, for example. It's two Phillips screws here, so you only take away one here. And you take the next. Now you can get the motor away. Here you see the motor. It has helical gears. It's gears with an angled profile, so to say. That's not the case for the smaller motors. It's only in these 3,000 and 4,000 gearboxes that has this on the motor side. That's one difference. Otherwise, they're pretty the same. It's the different size of the gears that's the difference. So I take this tape away. So, and here is the first set of plastic gears. Plastic gears is always needed on the motor side because it's this high RPM, so you should never use metal gears towards the electric motors. It's not possible here because it's angled, but on the smaller gearboxes it's possible to take metal gears towards the motor side, and that's not okay because you can wear out the motor gears, and that I don't have. Yes, and then we only take away this top part here, this ring gear, and now you see these gears. They are in good shape. The holes are not enlarged, or the gear, they have some teeth on them, so it's no problem to reuse them. Then we take out hold this part. It's the solar gear on the plate with these 4 pins. And then we have I forgot to tell you, here is washers on this one. Here's 3 thin washers towards the plastic here, so we can't forget them later. This plastic washer, take away. And here is the next level of gears. Here's the plastic gears that normally breaks, and on this motor these are changed to a aftermarket part, but it does the trick. But I prefer metal because I know it works on other motors, and it has infinite life. If you have good lubrication, it's no problem to have metal here. But this gears, I have this from my other motor here. These gears normally wear out, and that's why they are changed on this motor. Let's see if I find a worn gear somewhere here. Yeah, here's the one. Here is here's one. The clean one is it's okay shape, but it has some wear on it. Oh, the dirty one, I mean. And the other one is worn out, so this doesn't work anymore. But this could be okay for a while more. But normally this breaks, then you don't have any drive on the machine. So that's why I changed them to the metal gears, because it's standard for all other manufacturers of these gearboxes. So it's no issue to use metal. It's only have a long life, and usually it doesn't sound like that much either. So this is really good. Yes. Take away these gears too. And same here. Here we have one more solo wheel with a longer gear for this 3000 model, and doesn't have any big wear on it. And this is a part I'm going to make too. I had one customer in Norway that had problem with this wearing out, so I will fix it too. But it's coming up. And same here, three small washers, then a plastic plate, so it's really the same throughout the motor. It's not so complicated. And then we take away this. And this one's really makes big play. This is really worn, so that's what's make this big lash in the wheel. You can see it here. It's really worn, both the gears and the pins. And this is I have made these parts, but I know nobody else has these gears. So this is special for Clipper Service. And if you have something more you need me to do, just try to say to me, and I can try to fix it in a while. So these pins and these gears must be changed, and the bearings too. So now to take away the wheel bearings. You could use a small screwdriver or something. now I have cleaned some grass before here, but so now I can see that the seal isn't sealing at all. It's really not sealing. So I pry this out with this tool I have. You could use a small screwdriver or something. Shouldn't be any problem. But you can see here it just hangs here, so it hasn't got any seal at all anymore. It was a lot of hair hanging jammed between here on this one, so that that makes the water come into the bearings also. So now it's time to take out this clip under here. It's in the hole here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a clip with 2 holes. You can pry it out with something like this or a small screwdriver, and I have I supply one extra for in the kits, so that's no problem if this breaks. So I use this tool here, take it out. It looks like this. Yeah, it's a normal clip, nothing special. So now it's time to take this out. You can push it in the hammer like this a little bit, or you can use these parts and press it out in the vise. If you have a vise. So now I get the shaft out and a bearing on it. Inside here is a lot of dirt and black grease in the hole. And here is the one bearing still. And the smartest I have found to do this is to take a knife. It's really tight here. It's really not easy to get the tool in. So I take a hammer a little bit on it from each side. And we can take a little bit of oil on the shaft. So now it's pretty loose. Now I take this and I try to pry a little bit. One screwdriver. So now I have a small gap that I can get a 10mm U-wrench here, and I hammer a little bit on it. So now the bearing is out. There is also a small washer on this, should be between the bearing and this one. Clean this a little bit. So, and inside here is also a C-clip. There's a lot of grease residues. And now I have another is pliers for inside instead. Makes the job a little bit easier. Here we have it. It's between the bearings, and also it's between the bearings. Between the bearings, this should also be installed. It's a distance washer to keep the bearings separated. So, and now it's time to take out this bearing, and in this case it was only to press it out with a finger. So now it's clean. Then we install a new bearing. I know people want to buy only gears sometimes, but I think it's a waste of time to do this big work. It's better to do it correctly. So in all my kits the bearings are installed, it's always included, and I don't sell only the gears. The bearings is so cheap, so it's not the expensive thing in the parts. The high quality gears is the most important things. And if you don't change the bearings, it could be that the gears doesn't hold any good anyhow. So it makes no sense to not do it when you do this. It takes a lot of time to open the machine too. So first one bearing, then this clip. So now it's installed. And now it's time to change these pins that is really worn. That we do here in the vise. You could do it without these tools, but it's a little bit more easier to do it like this. I use this 3mm hex to push them out. You can use a driver tool or something, but this is what I think works in my toolbox. Yeah, it's really worn, these pins. It's really oval, so shouldn't be used again. I take a small drop of Loctite in the hose because I think they're a little bit loose for my opinion. So I clean it a little bit and apply some Loctite in the hose. And then I insert these new pins. So clean out the excessive Loctite. Now it's ready. Now it's time for this small washer. Shouldn't be forgotten. So, and one bearing here. So. So I use this. So now this is tight again. And now it's time for this this clip. Put it in here. And I put some grease inside to have a little better lubrication. If you have some dirt entering there, then the grease seals a little bit. Now I take a little bit grease inside the seal, and the spring side I assemble into the machine like normal way for these seals. And then I push it on with something. So now the bearing is good again. So now it's time for gear assembly. And I take some grease on these pins and a little bit in between. Then I try to take it up and down a little bit, so I know I get grease inside the hole, so it stays lubricated. So it doesn't run dry in the beginning to start up. So that's first part, and then it's time to clean this out. And I use a bath of white spirit for this one. And an old toothbrush does the trick. So now that it's clean, now it looks good. Now it's time to clean this washer. So, and this goes on top of these gears. So, with the flat side down. And then it's time for this. Here we have three small washers, and this must be cleaned. Now this is clean. And three washers should be clean too. I'll take some more grease and put in the hole here, so we have enough. Yes. 3 washers first. So it works good. Now it's time for the next metal gears. I checked these ones now. These pins looks good. If they weren't, we change it out, so it's also always included in the kits if it's needed. So now I grease these pins, and now instead of the plastic gears we use metal gears instead. And it's really good quality metal gears too, not to be compared with the sintered original gears. With hardened steel with the best possible gear quality, steel quality. So So now this looks good. I'm going to put it on, and now it's time for this plastic washer. So in the hole. So now it's time for next planetary gear with the plate on. So I put the 3 washers on here. So I'm going to put it in here. It's really easy, no problem. A bit more grease in the hole. So now it's only time for the plastic gears, and we're already almost finished. So some grease on the pins. So now it's time for the top piece here. Cleaning work first. So now it's nice and clean. Just like that. Clean the motor a little bit. And of course I forgot the space in between the bearings. Don't do that. It's good to have. I will assemble that later on. And now it's time to assemble everything. A little bit more grease in the middle here maybe. And now it's only two screws here. And then we put some Loctite on this around the heads of this, and then it will be locked. So now we have a repaired motor. So please clean this this area here, because this O-ring seal there, it must be correctly installed, or it must be clean enough. Now I take some Loctite on these screws here. And it's time to assemble. now this locking pin must be installed in the groove here in the shaft to lock the wheel. And then the washer on that and a 10mm nut. So now we have the end result. If you remember from before, it has had around 10-15mm gap play here. Now this is fixed. Now it's really stable again, and this is also fixed now, so much better. So if you like this these parts, if you have broken plastic gears or a lot of play, this is the kit to buy. Then you have a fully working motor for many hours more. The original ones have 5,000 hours on them, and at least one is already repaired once, and yeah, the plastic gears in the repaired one was pretty good, but because it was changed, of course. But the metal gears on the outside of the gearbox was badly worn, and yeah, I guess it works, but it's not good and not efficient. It turns a lot of takes more power to drive the motors and a lot of play in the motors. And now we have metal on all gears that's needed. Then you have a really good motor for many years to go. So it should outlast the originals many times. So if you like it, go to klipparservice.se, look in my web shop. There we have all things for this, and also have some bearings from the front wheels. So please check it out. I hope you like it. I'm not the expert on this. You see, I forgot this shim on the spacer for the wheel bearings, but yeah, now you know how to do. So if you like it, give me a comment or something. Thank you very much. Bye bye.